All right, let's go straight across to Lucknow, where these visuals are coming in from of the BJP youth protest, the BJP youth wing, who are protesting against the ruling Samajwadi Party government outside the assembly. This is, of course, coming from the heart of the capital, and they are protesting against the deteriorating law and order in the state. The police, of course, over there using water cannons to disperse the crowd. Anant, this was perhaps, in a sense, these scenes are expected, given that in the last few weeks we've seen rampant political violence in the state, many of them including BJP leaders who were shot at and killed.
Well, absolutely, and now we're right here outside, the BJP office, and there is heavy stone pelting happening. Even shells are being fired at over here, Kashish. There is stone happening from inside the BJP office at the cops who are outside, who actually use force and lathi charge these particular cops here, and it is, in a sense, violent protest because clearly there was very massive deployment here outside the assembly. The assembly is very much in session, and there are some people who have torn down the posters of the BJP at the BJP headquarters. There are chairs which are lying on the road, and also tear gas shells are being used to, in a sense, contain the crowd over here. There is obviously massive deployment over here because of the fact that the assembly is sectioned, and this is the main road right outside the assembly, so they would not like any sort of protest going on for very long over here, which is why things have also, in a sense, taken a violent turn because of the use of force against the state of the BJP, which is holding its protest.
All right, Anant, these are fairly dramatic visuals coming from the heart of Lucknow that we're getting on our screens. That, of course, is a heavy security presence over there, understandably outside the UP assembly, trying to disperse the crowds of the BJP youth wing, which is protesting against the deteriorating law and order in the state, against the ruling Samajwadi Party government. Anant, any sense of why this protest is in fact taking place today?
Well, the BJP has been holding a series of protests. Various departments and the wings of the BJP as a party have been holding protests right from the 5th onwards, and this included the farmers' protests, it included traders' protests, and today was the turn of the youth wing, and the youth wing is a slightly, perhaps more aggressive wing of the BJP, which is quite both its demonstrations and its, sort of protests, and there was some sort of ruckus that was expected on this account, which is why there was heavy deployment right outside the BJP office. Even right now, when we are standing out, we can see some stone pelting taking place between BJP workers and the police, who had actually, in a sense, lathi charged them because they were going towards the secretariat. The road has been blocked from both the sides, so they have, in a sense, contained the BJP protesters, the youth wing protesters, right outside, the Vidhan Sabha, and even right now we can see the police using tear gas shells to disperse the crowds, to disperse the BJP workers who have actually gathered here. Yeah.
Right, Anant, we are looking at these visuals, fairly dramatic visuals. Like you said, the BJP's youth wing, it was their turn to protest against the deteriorating law and order in the state, and perhaps slightly more aggressive, and the state was clearly prepared because water cannons are out in full force to disperse the crowds. Is the opposition, are other parties in the opposition at all planning to join in the protests, Anant? Because we did see all of them stage walkouts in the assembly just a few days ago.
Well, it's highly unlikely that the opposition will join in this particular protest, but clearly it's the BJP which has become perhaps the most, forceful party in the state after its Lok Sabha election win. And right now, Kashish, I can tell you that there is heavy stone pelting happening right outside the BJP headquarters and the assembly. In fact, some of the BJP workers actually pelting stones right inside the Vidhan Sabha campus as well. So things are, in a sense, turning out to be fairly volatile over here. which is why we are also seeing, in a sense, sudden rush of security forces. Already there is deployment here, but clearly the police waiting for more reinforcements to land up here so that they can actually drive away these BJP protesters who have, in a sense, gone on a rampage right outside the assembly.
All right, Anant, as you report, amidst the stone pelting, do make sure that you stay safe. But of course, those are dramatic visuals coming in from the heart of Lucknow, just outside the assembly where the BJP youth wing is protesting against the deteriorating law and order, against the Samajwadi Party government, which is in power. And of course, those are water cannons that are being used by the security to disperse the crowds. And as Anant reports, there is a heavy stone pelting as well.